cannot seem to fathom the love of the Japanese people for this republic. There are so many projects going on in the country and being pushed and sponsored by the JICA. That is the overseas assistance nila. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, past is past. But until now, Japan has continued to help us to the extent that yung ibang, Davao City, the new highway and bridge and everything, it would seem really that we are a part of the Japanese government. Parang isang probinsya tayo, we are the, being treated as almost a part of Japan that should be developed in due time. Hindi ko lang maano, but I'd like to, the ambassador is here, I'd like to express my gratitude all over again every time I meet people from JICA and the projects all around the Philippines where I am invited to witness its inauguration or its operability and all. So, even this project, ang bayad is 0.01 and may grace period ka for 12 years. Alam mo, pag ganun ang obligasyon mo, it is really gratis na yan. It's a gift from the Japanese people to the people of the Philippines. Parang wala na yung 0.01. How can we complete that payment in a maybe half of the century? Alaman nila na hirap tayo, pero for purposes of really, and it's even the Philippines, we have to, collect something, even if it is a token amount, so that everything is recorded and everything can be traced kung ano ang kulang o ano ang mali. That is a Japanese way of really saying that we want to help you. And it's always there. Most of the project, even the Davao Airport bago, kung matuloy, it's almost free.
The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. For this year's National Safe Kids Week celebration, the Transport Department is emphasizing the need to observe traffic laws to avoid accidents. Greg Gregorio now joins us live from Manila to give us more details on this. Good morning, Greg. Road accidents are responsible for 1.3 million deaths worldwide as of December 2021, and there is an upward trend here in the Philippines. Could you give us the latest statistics on road accidents involving children?
Yes, Charles, good morning. According to the 2019 report of the Department of Health, 3 out of every 10 road injuries involve children aging 3 to 9 years old, and 2 out of every 10 involves children aging 10 to 14. While according to the global estimates of the World Health Organization in 2019, road injury ranks second when it comes to leading causes of death of individuals aging 15 to 29. And now the authorities are saying these statistics should already warn or remind everyone about the need for compliance to laws that promote road safety, especially now that we are expecting more children to go back to their schools for the face-to-face classes in August. Charles?
Greg, the risk is real given these numbers. So what were some of the reminders given by the Transport Department to avoid road accidents?
Yes, Ross, according to the DOTR, the basic compliance to traffic laws is needed. This includes the use of seat belts, of helmets when driving motorcycles, as well as preventing or not having their children or small children as angkas or driving motorcycles with them. Apart from that, the DOTR is also reminding all motorists to comply with certain rules or traffic rules, especially in the perimeter of every school. This includes the 20 km/h speed limit when they are inside school zones. Charles?
Thanks for that, Greg. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Manila. Let's fast break now to the latest in the 2022 PBA Philippine Cup. TNT has averted disaster at the hands of the gritty Converge side at 86-83 in Game 1. That's thanks to veteran floor general Jason Castro, who nailed the go-ahead shot over a phalanx of defenders with less than 3 seconds left in the game. But the Tropa also had to thank opponent RK Ilagan, who muffed both of his foul shots that could have iced the game for the Fiber Xers. Japet Aguilar, meanwhile, nailed the game winner for Barangay Ginebra, as they foiled the upset bid of a hungry Blackwater team at 85-82. Christian Stan Hardinger carried the Kings with 21 points, most of which he scored in the second half after the team fell behind in the third. This was a fitting win for Ginebra as LA Tenorio celebrates his 700th straight game to extend his Ironman streak, as well as a comeback game for Stanley Pringle, who was out for several months. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Another big-time oil price hike is in the offing. Unaoil projects that the prices of diesel will increase by up to 4 pesos and 50 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices are likewise expected to rise by up to 1 peso and 60 centavos. Global experts noted that the oil industry continued on its turbulent course last week. This as international benchmark Brent crude had been roughly steady at the high of $122 a barrel. The government is now offering free rides from Montalban, Rizal to Quezon Avenue in Quezon City. While commuters lauded the program, some PUV drivers criticized it, saying that this takes away their livelihood. To give us more details, we now have Mon Gualvez. He's reporting to us live from Montalban in Rizal. Good morning, Mon. What's the latest?
Good morning, Charles. The government's free ride program starting here from Montalban, Rizal up to Quezon Avenue and QC garnered mixed reactions as operations start today. And as you have said, many commuters and PUVs involved view it as a big help, but other public transport options plying almost the same route are complaining. Upon entering Montalban, Rizal, we already saw the influx of buses that offer free rides under the Phase 3 of the government's service contracting program. According to the LTFRB, the program aims to help operators and drivers affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and the high petroleum prices. Under the program, government pays the participant based on the number of trips they made per week. From 156 available bus units, only 78 were allowed to do trips per day. They are hopeful that they won't suffer the same fate of bus drivers and operators that experienced payment delay under the same service contracting program implemented earlier during the pandemic. But jeepney drivers plying the Montalban-San Mateo routes are complaining because they lose passengers to the free rides. That's why many of them just stand by instead of traveling around hoping for passengers to board. They're also apprehensive of implementing the 1 peso provisional fare hike because LTFRB hasn't released the tariff yet, which passengers are looking for. Charles, some tricycle drivers in the area are also complaining because they have lost passengers due to the free ride. And the program just started this 5 a.m. today, this morning, and it will end until 8 p.m. daily until June 30 this year. Charles?
Thanks for that, Mon. That was Mon Gualvez reporting live from Montalban, Rizal. Time now for the latest in entertainment. Justin Bieber cancels several shows in the US because of facial paralysis. The multi-Grammy Award winner revealed on Instagram that he's suffering from a rare disorder called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. This causes facial paralysis and affects nerves in the face through a shingles outbreak. And the singer even demonstrated in the video that he can barely move one side of his face, calling the ailment pretty serious. Meanwhile, another crown for the Philippines, as the country's representative, Shane Tormes, was named Miss Global 2022 over the weekend during the pageant's coronation night in Bali, Indonesia. This makes Tormes the first Filipina to win the Miss Global crown, as she also won the Best in Talent award. The Miss Global pageant was canceled both in 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic, which is why they crowned both their 2021 and 2022 queens on Saturday. UAE's Jessica Da Silva took home the Miss Global 2021 title. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.